Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio and welcome to another daily prayer program. We are here together to read a message, to reflect, to study with one another. But most important, friends, we are here to pray. Every time that we pray, we raise our vibrations. We connect with God. And yes, we know that all our prayers are answered. They are. They might not be what we are looking for, but God is listening to each and every one of us. We can be certain of that. And I see many friends here. Hi, John. Hi, Narciso. And so many others. Feel free to say hi and welcome in, friends. This is an opportunity for us to be together with one another. So we're gonna start by invite you for a very short initial prayer, and then today we will read a message from the Spiritist magazine. I will share my screen, we'll read it together, we can reflect, and then we'll do a final prayer. During this time, what is the best scenario for you to participate? First is for you to find a quiet place. If you can, we know we all have busy lives, family members nearby, they are welcome to join you as you are here with us. But if you can, find a quiet place that you can concentrate, stop browsing the internet. If you are doing things around the home, let us stop. It's just a few minutes. And you're also invited to have a glass of water or a cup of water near you. And as we go through this process, the mentors will be delivering all the medicine that we need. And then later on, we can drink, we can share with family members, we can give to our pets, to our plants. Everyone is benefit from this. So with that, friends, let us go forward with our initial prayer. Let us then close our eyes at this moment. Dear Master Jesus, thank you so much for this beautiful day in our reincarnation. We feel so blessed that you chose to be our guiding model, and you take care of each and every one of us with your loving care. We know, dear Master, that no one is forsaken and that you watch over us. But we apologize. We apologize for still doubting your love, for going through moments in our lives that we don't believe that you're watching over us because we feel alone and hurt. But that is not true, dear Master. You are there every step of the way. And in the hardest moments, you take us in your arms and you carry us forward. Dear Master, we are here together. We open our hearts for the teachings that you bring to us, asking that we can share these blessings with the many brothers and sisters who are at this very moment going through very difficult times, especially those who don't have this knowledge yet. those who feel abandoned, lost, to the point that they decide and contemplate taking their lives or taking the lives of others. Those who are going through deep depressions, emotional imbalances, and also those who are facing all types of violence, physically and emotionally. We pray that whenever they are, they feel your blessings. And for those that don't know yet or don't accept your love, we pray that at this moment they feel this invitation with Mother Mary and her legion with open arms, inviting them to join in because they're just delaying their progress. They are loved immensely by you, and they also have an opportunity to start anew. We visualize Mother Mary embracing them with her healing mantle so that they feel the loving and caring arms of the Mother of all mothers. Thank you, Master Jesus, for sharing your loving Mother with us, all of us, and for being our guide and never forsaking us. We then ask your protection and our permission for us to start this study of tonight. And so be it. So friends, welcome again for those who join us. We are now gonna go ahead and read a message together so that we can study before we do our final prayer. And today we selected a message that is in the Spiritus magazine, the latest issue of the Spiritus magazine, number 54. And I have it here in this screen. We're gonna read it together. But just to remember, to recap, if you don't know yet about the Spiritus magazine, go to the spiritusmagazine.com or .org or download the app right on your phone and you can read it. It's free of charge. There's no costs for you to read it online. Of course, if you want to have a hard copy, you can go online, purchase, it will be delivered to your home, but you can read it for free. And every 3 months, we have a whole new edition put together by Vanessa Ancelone, which is the editor-in-chief, and many others who contribute to this beautiful work. So we encourage you to go there and check it out. This message, as I mentioned, is in the latest issue, 54. It's titled Collaboration. I'm going to zoom in a little more so we can read it together, but this message is in the book Deus Aguarda, in Portuguese, in English, God Awaits, by Meimei through Xavier. The book itself is not yet available to purchase in English, but there are beautiful studies conducted by Dr. Vanessa Ancelone here at Kardec Radio Facebook and our YouTube channel. So definitely check it and study with us. So this message, collaboration. Let's read this together, friends. Meimei says, no one accomplishes anything without the support of someone. Think about it and you know how to collect the need help for the execution of the tasks to which you are devoted. Collaboration and reciprocity. The tree protects its source, and the source feeds the roots. The soil shelters the seed, and the seed produces values that honor it. Help your companions in everyday life so that they can help you in return. Nobody materialized this or that ideal without those who become resources of expression, and with the understanding that all of us, interconnected spirits working towards perfection on earth, are still growing beings. Do not expect for perfect relationships to fulfill your needs. You will always encounter people in the world that will show failures in their mechanism of action. An individual holds sharp reasoning but does not show refinement of sentiment. That other reveals a generous heart, yet has still not perceived the need for study. Another individual communicates optimism and enthusiasm, but seems to delay manners in the practice of discipline. Yet another person is a model of honesty, however, underestimates the value that courtesy might have on the productive of the service in progress. Has been also in the condition of imperfect workers. Take advantage of learning from other qualities and using patience on others' imperfections, observing that we are all in the process of evolution towards our future ahead. Remember that a stone is capable of bruising, but is founded in the right place during construction. It becomes an agent of sturdiness for the standing building. The electric force is susceptible to generate destructive fires. However, if properly controlled, it is source of energy and light. Help all those brothers and sisters who cross your path, but especially those who support you. Not even God decided to be alone in the sustenance of the universe, for he chose his own children to participate with him in the works of creation, and Jesus himself in the formation of Christianity that is increasingly over the centuries called the 12 disciples, and even from the 12. That's it, friends. That is our message. Let me come back here so I can see back all of you. Wow, what a message from Meimei, right? Collaboration. So let us reflect on this, friends, because Meimei brought us so many important points for all of us. She reminds that we are all spirits progressing in our lives. We know that we are not only this life, we have many, many, many other lives. We are immortal spirits and we are progressing. So, although we each one of us we have qualities, we are still imperfect spirits. We're still learning. So, it's why we need one another. It is a law. It is on the Spirit's book. If we go to the third part of the Spirit's book to read about God's law or the natural law, we'll see there that law of society. We are social beings. So we are not created to be in isolation. And that is actually something very, very important for us to discuss because nowadays, and the pandemic has come and has increased this isolation. We're not talking about taking precautions here because we all are going through a pandemic. We do need to take precautions, right? When we need to stay home, when we need to stay distance from others. But one thing are those who isolate themselves. They might be in a home full of people with many family members, but they create this kind of like this cocoon around themselves and they isolate themselves. They don't connect emotionally with those who are sometimes even there under their own roofs. So Meimei is reminding us about the importance of collaboration. We're not going to accomplish anything, like she said. Jesus came. Can we imagine, friends, the guide and model of our planet, the one who was there from day one in the formation of our planet? He came, but he didn't do it all by himself. He had those who reincarnated before him, like John the Baptist, to really come and pave the pathway. He had the 12 disciples to be there with him. And there are many others that came after and are still coming. So he rely on this collaboration. So who are we to think that we can do it all alone, all by ourselves, like children, right? Children say, and it's so cute, they say, no, 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 I can do it. I can do it by myself. I know, right? It is cute when they are 3 and 4. But for all of us adults, if we say that I can do it better, I know how to do it, I can do it by myself, what is that, friends? That is pride and selfishness, right? Because for us to collaborate, we need to humble ourselves. We need to acknowledge that we cannot do it alone because we are imperfect spirits. We're still learning. We need others to come and complement us. And knowing that, we open ourselves more. But what does collaboration requires? And Meimei says this in the message. It says that it requires patience from us. Because when we collaborate, when we work with others, we need to understand that they might be at different levels than we are. They all bring something to the table. We are all here to learn from one another, but we need patience, we need understanding, we need forgiveness when things don't happen the way we would like to, or people have their free will. They can choose, and we need to respect. But we are in this collaboration, living in this law of society, knowing that we cannot do it all by ourselves. And we require others to be there with us, to help us. And most important, friends, we are here not only to receive that help, but Meimei says, let us extend our help to others. And I want to quote because she says, help all those brothers and sisters who cross your path, but especially those who support you. So, who are those in our lives, friends? Tonight, let us stop for a few minutes and reflect. Those in our lives who support us. Maybe starting with our closest family, our parents. Maybe they are not here anymore. Maybe they're already discarnate, but whenever they are, what can we do? We can pray for them. Even though we might not have a good relationship with our parents, but they were the vessel. If they have not chosen to bring us to this world, we would not be here. So, the very first, those who we need to help and support, that supported us, starting with our parents and many others along the way. Maybe we were not raised by our parents, but there were those in our lives who were helping us, who were taking us along. Maybe an uncle, maybe an aunt, right? Maybe a friend that came and helped us through a very difficult time in our lives. So, let us stop and reflect. Meimei says, helps everyone that cross our pathway. So, everyone, yes, everyone. But tonight we are also reflecting on those who came to really support us, to help us in this journey. And let us help them with a prayer if we cannot do anything physically, right? With a phone call, with a nice message. Sometimes just saying thank you. I love you. Thank you for everything that you have done for me. And those things, friends, come a long, long, long way. But then we don't put ourselves in the shoes of those who are pride and selfish thinking that, you know, we can do it all. We really humble ourselves and acknowledge that we are here to collaborate with one another, to be here in this society. But most important, friends, and that's how we're going to close tonight, let us reflect about our collaboration with God, because we might go through our lives thinking, oh, but I collaborate, I help, I, acknowledge others, but do we really collaborate with God? And you might be asking, what is that, Daisy? How do we collaborate with God? So, Emmanuel, in the book Thought in Life, he has this beautiful way of talking about collaboration and collaboration with God that we always like to share the Spirit Society of Virginia. Is when we think that God is the pilot of our lives. So if we are in an airplane, God is the pilot. So what is the role of the pilot? The pilot knows the destination, right? He knows how to get there. He knows what is the best pathway we need to take. But the pilot needs a co-pilot, and that is us. God is the pilot of our lives. When we acknowledge that we are the co-pilots. So, God, what you would like me to do in this situation? Or God, you put this in my pathway. As the pilot of my life, you know, why do I need to go through this pathway and not this pathway? So show me the way, God. And has a good co-pilot. What is a good co-pilot does? A good co-pilot doesn't think that they have a better plan than the pilot, right? The good co-pilot says, okay, let's do it. What do I need to do? What buttons do I need to press? What can I do to help you get there? Right? That is the good co-pilot. And that is us, friends. As good co-pilots, we're not trying to think that we have a better plan than God, that we can take shortcuts or we can take another pathway. We trust the pilot, we trust God, and we say, okay, God, if you put this on my pathway, this person on my pathway, I would help. And you put me on this family, there is a purpose. Or I have to go these illnesses, or I have to go through this difficulty in my life. You know the reason why. Doesn't mean we're not going to look for help, because that is Meimei's message, collaboration, right? We will definitely get help from God. Will send the help for sure. We'll not do it by ourselves, but we trust God. So the most important collaboration, friends, is that we are good collaborators with, first and foremost, with God and with all those in our lives. So with that, friends, we invite you for our final prayer. So I'm going to put some music, and we invite all of you to join us at this moment. So let us close our eyes and let us take a deep breath in and out. And let us at this moment visualizing ourselves as the co-pilots of our lives, Let us visualize as good co-pilots. We follow the instructions. We help and support the plane of the pilot. And as the pilot of our lives, God knows the pathway. God knows the reasons why. And God leads our lives. Dear loving God, thank you. And tonight we thank Meimei and Xavier for this reminder about collaboration. Reminding ourselves that we cannot do it all alone. We need to collaborate because we're still imperfect spirits. And those around us bring other qualities that we don't yet have. And as good collaborators with you, we also help those who crosses our pathways, those who need our help and our support. Dear God, we pray that our world can also feel this call for collaboration, so that pride and selfishness can be eliminated from each of our hearts, so that we humble ourselves to help one another, to support one another, without thinking that we can do it all, or just thinking about our gains or the best things in our lives, because that is still selfishness and pride. Dear God, we pray that tonight this light and shower of blessings can be expanded from our homes to envelop not only the loved ones who live with us, but those who participate in our lives and are in the spiritual realm. We see that they are enveloped in much love and light. And this light expands to reach our neighbors, the hospitals, clinics, and shelters in our cities and countries, those who live on the streets and lack the basic needs of life. As we visualize bridges of peace, solidarity, and reconciliation forming between our countries, interconnecting our whole planet, as we visualize planet Earth enveloped in your radiating light of love and kindness. As we march forward towards a planet of regeneration. Thank you, dear Father, for this unique reincarnation and for the blessings of Spiritism in our lives. We then ask your protection throughout this evening and this week, as you give us the permission to close these prayerful moments of tonight. And so be it. Thank you so much, dear friends, for joining us. We hope you feel this beautiful embrace. You feel the love of God. If you have any questions, friends, write to us here at kardecradio@gmail.com. You can leave comments here for us. We'll respond to you. And also, friends, stay connected here with us because at Kardec Radio, we're always nourishing our souls, and there are programs here 24/7 for all of us. Have a blessed day, a blessed evening whenever you are, and we'll see you tomorrow here at 6 p.m. again for another daily prayer. Bye, dear friends.